everybody, and welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So, from amigurumi to weaving and anything in between, if you like crafting, stick around. You're going to like it here. So, this is an episode of Treasure Hunt. I'm so excited. This was such a great treasure hunt. It included 2 thrift stores and a Michael's. I know, I get it. Normally, my treasure hunts do not include stores that have brand new, but stick with me. I think you're going to understand why I'm considering it a treasure hunt. Okay, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the thrift store. Now, the first thing I do, it's a Salvation Army. So the first thing I do is I walk in and I look at the back wall, and they normally have blankets and shawls and stuff like that hung up back there. So I look for anything crocheted that might need a little bit of loving. So this blanket was hung up in the back. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. And I was looking at it and I realized that where they stitched together, the granny squares, is coming apart. So I'm going to go ahead and finish taking apart the granny squares, and I'm going to make at least one granny square bag with it. I have the handles. I have 2 pairs of handles, maybe 3, no, 2 pairs. 2 pairs of handles that I can use with it. It's absolutely a perfect ideal. I'm pretty sure I can get a couple bags out of this, but it's going to be easy because it's already coming apart. So this is just going to be a matter of pulling all of these little granny squares apart and relining them up and making them a bag. So this was marked for $9.99, but the color sticker that was on it, and I can't find it, was half price. So I got this for $5. So yeah, I couldn't even buy the yarn to make this for $5, even on my treasure hunts. So that is my first treasure. Very excited. Let's keep going. So I always go through the sweaters and I'm looking in the sweaters for anything handmade. And I came upon this vest. Perfect as a vest, right? I love it as a vest, but I have been wanting to make myself a cardigan. I just haven't been able to commit to the time it takes to make a cardigan. Well, this, half the work is done for me. And what I want to do is, I love it like this, but I'm going to add a little here because I would like a collar. I'm going to add 3/4 sleeves, and I'm going to add maybe 3 inches more on the bottom and maybe a couple inches here so that I can at least put one button because I would like to be able to close it. But it fits me nicely and all the hard work is done. All I have to do is add the sleeves and the accents, and I think it's going to be great. So this was marked for $5.99, half price. Got it for $3. Here we go. So then I went into the yarn section. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yarn, but it was like 25 cents. So, I don't know. This is Rewind yarn tape. It's called a Bulky 5. Love it. 70% polyester, 30% viscose. So that I got. This was 39 cents. This is like the sachet, Red Heart Sachet Boutique Metallic. Now, I don't know if I showed you, but I don't know where it is. The other day, I got one of these that was red and black and gray. I'm sensing they will work well together. So, what else do I have in my bag? Now, I have been watching Crocheting with Alana. I will put a link to her below. She has been showing how to make the stuffies or loveys, where you take a stuffed animal. It sounds barbaric, but bear with me. You cut it, and then you make like a granny square blanket in between based on the colors of the animal, and then you stitch it together, and you have a blanket that is a stuffed animal, a lovey, a stuffy, something. So I found this little guy. And I found this little guy. Now check him out. Is he adorable? I think this is, because it says it's from a collection of a Kohl's store. I think this might be Horton from like Horton Hears a Who or whatever. Anyway, he's a cute little elephant is what he is. And I've got the perfect yarn that'll go with him. And I've got a little teddy bear. Perfect. He was just like, take me home. And then I have another little elephant who is bright colors, who will make another great addition. So I add those to my pile that I'm going to make the loveys or stuffies or whatever you want to call them. Still going. So then I always, as you know, I like to look for books because I'm always learning new crafts. I'm always looking to learn new crafts. And the only way I'm going to do that is either by spending my time online. I point over here because my iPad's over there. Spending my time online, or, like when I'm camping and it's a rainy day, or I'm up at 2 a.m. and I don't feel like staring at a screen, I can look at books. So check these books out. Let's put my yarn over here in the pile. And there's a tote there. I'm not just throwing it on the ground. Okay. Make your own Christmas tree ornaments. Inspiring ideas for decorating your Christmas tree with innovative and eye-catching ornaments. And there's so many really cool ideas in here. I mean, you can take just plain old pine cones, make them fancy. They give you the recipe for salt dough, and you can make your head. Look at these. Those are really pretty. That's really cool. Stars tied with scraps of wood. I mean, that is a really cool way to make an old-fashioned Christmas tree. So, just an old piece of cardboard and some pretty spray paint and some twine. Great ideas in this one. So this will be coming around when it's time to start doing some holiday crafting. And you guys know me, upcycle. It has a sticker here, $3.99, but I only paid $1. Create beautiful things from the stuff you already have. Right up my alley. You know that I love making stuff out of stuff. And Sharpie tie-dyed bedding and napkins. That's right up my daughter's alley. She loves those Sharpie pens. Christmas lights, hanging pennants. I mean, newspaper fire logs. I mean, for some people still get the newspaper, right? Or maybe you work for a newspaper. But carpet sample placemats. Hold up. I went right past that one. I got to see that. Come on, I lost it. Where'd it go? A friend of mine happens to be a public relations manager for a big box home improvement store, and I asked her Is it wrong that I go into your store and take handfuls of free cycles for upcycling into something fun at home? And she said, she advised me that as long as I was visiting the store, familiarizing myself with their products, and buying something else eventually, it doesn't matter. Check it out. That's really cute. Guess what? I'm going to be looking through this. Oh, remember, Father's Day's coming up, right? Go into any thrift store. Go in the men's section and grab a handful of ties and make that tie for Dad. Even if you make a smaller one for him to hang up in his office, how cute is that? That's really a great idea. So this book has a ton of really fun leather belt doormat. Can't even tell you the amount of stuff that's in here. Really great upcycling ideas. Can't even take it. Okay, so here we have dough crafts. Now this tells you how to create hundreds of wonderful decorations and gifts in your own kitchen. So it gives you the recipe to make the dough. And then it tells you how to cut out the forms of the dough, how to hollow them out before you make them, before you bake them. It shows you how to check this out. Okay, so it's showing you how to take a roller, how to lay a weed on the dough, and it puts the impression in it, and then you paint it. I'm loving this book. I am loving it. And how much of a fun craft would this be with the kids? I mean, really. Easy to follow dough recipes, and then the kids can paint them or you can paint them. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that's another book I found. And then let's see here. Okay. This one I couldn't really believe what I was reading, so I had to go over and pick it up. Crafts from your microwave. Process that for a minute. So I was like, okay. And I only opened a couple pages, so salt dough. So it's again how to make some dough and what to do with it. You can make animals and you can make flowers. And it's showing you how you can tie-dye in the microwave. And you can dye yarn. Dyeing an entire hank or part of a hank of yarn in the microwave oven before knitting, weaving, or crocheting is very simple. That's kind of cool. So this is all that as far as tie-dyed. What else we got? Bracelets and brooches. Ethnic beads. Box. Oh. Jugs. Okay, here's the part that really caught my eye. Dried flowers. So you can dry flowers in the microwave. Just like you think. You wet them, lay them on a paper towel, put it in the microwave. Around 250 watts. So you're not doing it 1,000 watts. You got to bring it down a little bit. And then it tells you what you could do with the dried flowers. Obviously, you can do arrangements and all sorts of stuff. From your microwave, again, right up my alley. Okay, so what else? What else did I find? Oh, I think that is it for the craft or for the thrift store. Then I went to Michael's. Now, I don't know if your Michael's are set up the same way as our Michael's here, but as soon as you walk in and you go to the left, there's a whole row of clearance. And it starts with whatever holiday just ended, and then just random clearance, usually damaged items or stuff like that. So the first thing I saw was Crafter's Companion Luxury Foiled Acetate. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. It was open. So I pulled a sheet out and my brain went, do you remember I was doing a craft where you take a sheet of plastic and you wrap it around a candle for each season? Thank you very much. Pumpkins. There's also maple leaves and all kinds of leaves. There's a sheet that says thankful. I don't know if you can see it. That says thankful. There's one that looks like it's what's that shirt? Oh, for goodness sake. I can't think of the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. That shirt. It'll come to me in the middle of the night. Anyway, so for $5, I got 24 pieces of that. Thank you very much. Still going. Then I walked around to the other side, and there was Fabric Fusion, which I can use for the stuffies that I'm making. Perfect. And there was another thing. So there were two of them. And I don't even see what was wrong with this one. This was $11 in the aisle, and I paid $3. This was normally $10, and I paid $2. And I don't see what's wrong with it. So I'm going to try that. It says it's safe for the kiddos. So once it's dry, it's good. It's as good as or better than sewing. All right. So that was the end. Oh, a little bit of Craftsman paint. This was 50 cents. Still don't understand why, but okay. So, of course, I ventured past the clearance because it's Michael's. And I was stopped in my tracks. Now, believe me, I understand that I have a lot of yarn. And I understand that a lot of you will say, you have enough yarn. Stop. But once you see these colors that I found, you're going to understand why they're in my cart or in my bag. Look at those colors. Come on. What I'm picturing is like a denim shirt, and I can make a cuff and a collar on it, or I can just leave it like this and stare at how beautiful it is. It's called Strawberry Swirl. Come on. Look at that color. It was the only one left. So it wasn't like there was a whole bunch. I figured, my brain said, if you don't get this, you'll never get it because it's going to be sold out because it is so beautiful. It's cinnamon swirl cakes. It's a medium 4. It's all the things that a Karen cinnamon swirl cakes is. And it's all the reasons we buy them. Come on. And one more. And then just one. I saw this and instantly thought of my sister. And she'll know which one. You'll know which sister I'm talking about. Again, it's a cinnamon swirl cakes. The name of it It's spearmint swirl. Can't stop it right this minute. No, see, it looks blue to you guys. Pull it back here. Will it look more green? This is all green. None of that look, none of it. The only thing showing green to you guys is like right there. I'm telling you right now. Let's see if I can hang it up against something. If I put more green against it, will it look green? No. If I put this with it, will it look more green? No. Darn it. These are beautiful swirls. What if I... Yes, I just growled. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see how beautiful it is. This is not doing it justice. There are... So right here is like speckle, green and white. And then there's 3 different shades of green. And then there's a little bit of white in there. The stuff that's coming up blue is actually almost like a... I don't know. It's green. It's like a bluish green, but it's coming out blue from what I can tell on there. This is almost the same color green as these. And that is like, I call it a frog green. It's like the green. It was so pretty. So I think I need to make my sister something from this. I don't know what. If I decide to make her something bigger, there are more of this color. There was actually a whole tray of this color. But I only grabbed one. I can't with this. I need to make something wearable with this because I am in love with this color. So I need to find something that takes 407 yards to make myself like a summer top or a tank top or something because I love this. I wonder, I bet you I could order some online if I decide I need one more cake to make myself something. I love it. So that is my treasure hunt. Are you kidding? I was so excited. I ran right in from the car, sat down, turned on the camera and said, you have got to see what I found. And these colors, they had a whole rack of other colors. These were the ones that jumped out at me. But there were other beautiful ones. There's sparkles in my bag. Now there's sparkles on my yarn. But so there you have it. That's the treasure hunt. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, checking out all the stuff that I found. Honestly, I spent less than $80 for all of this. So, and you know the biggest chunk of it, I mean, these were 30% off, $12.99, whatever that is. I can't do the math. But anyway, so this was the biggest chunk. So I got some great deals. And I was really excited to share them with you. And now I'm going to be really excited to share the crafts and the projects that I make with them all. So if you like the video and you like treasure hunts, give me a thumbs up, please. Share this video with anyone you think might enjoy a treasure hunt or checking out what I found. Check out all my other treasure hunts. I have a lot of fun ones in there, and I do find some pretty fun stuff. And as always, please remember, hit that subscribe button if you like being creative and having fun. And remember, always be creative. Thank you so much for joining me on this treasure hunt. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye, guys.